Well, we really need to do that. I did have to change my speech a little bit once we had some more information coming out, because I think it's really important for the American people to get a glimpse as to why this administration is doing everything they can to prevent these files from getting out.
The White House is in a full cover-up mode. They are doing everything they can to cover this up and cover up Donald Trump's, either the fact that he's implicated or the fact that he knew about it, and is trying to cover things up for his friends and other rich elites and billionaires and people like that. What we know to be true is that when the initial birthday card came up, where Donald Trump literally drew a woman, or what it looks like to me, a teenager, sent it to Jeffrey Epstein saying they had a lot in common, the White House and the president came out and said it was fake. We know it wasn't fake. We got that directly from the Epstein estate. Now these emails come up where he's implicated once again, and it doesn't just say he knew what was going on. It says he spent hours with one of the victims. And not just that, but Jeffrey Epstein was speaking about with Michael Wolff on how much leverage they have over Trump as well. So this raises even more questions. And the biggest one is, why did the president lie in the first place about what he knew about the sex trafficking ring and the crimes of Jeffrey Epstein?
No, I think it proves that Trump knows a lot more than he's indicating, that it's important for us to get to the bottom of this and for the American people to finally understand who is implicated and bring justice for the survivors. It was important because, they've waited so long to be able to have a voice, an opportunity, put a face to the names and the stories. And so I was just very appreciative to both of them for coming, for having the bravery to continue to tell their story, and to remind people that there are real people behind these files.
It's not about symbolism. It's about real results, and it's about uncovering an issue that really has to do with something that we know to be true in this country. That you have rich elites for generations that play by a different set of rules, and that if you committed a crime, you're going to jail. If you commit a crime, you're paying restitution. But then you have people who are rich who do not have accountability in this country. This is about justice for the survivors, and it's also to make sure that this never happens again. And so we're going to focus on what's right in front of us, getting this through the House. When it goes to the Senate, we need everybody, whether you're Democrat, Republican, don't care about politics, anything, to come together and say, this isn't about D versus R, this is about the people versus the problem, and this is about justice in this country. And we will all stand together as we tell the Senate to pass it. And when it gets to the president's desk, we will all come together and tell the president, sign it. Sign it because we need accountability. Sign it because you're the one that promised transparency when you were on the campaign trail. And let's get it done. And so but first we're going to focus on the House.
I think that the first thing we need to do is do one step at a time. We've signed the discharge petition. Now that has a 218 signature. Now it's up to Speaker Johnson to bring it forward so the House can vote and then go from the next steps. There's so much conversation about whether we're going to get the full files, whether we're going to get the full information, and really what we've heard very clearly from every person that has reached out throughout the nation is that we need accountability, and we want to know what this administration is covering up.